What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ray here. Welcome back. And today we are gonna start talking about Monster Hunter World. And not only that, we're gonna talk about the timeline as well. Now, today's topic is basically gonna be focused on the timeline. Now, before you guys go anything and say anything further, I would like to say that please hold your horses, okay? Hold your own asses. Sit back tight and just hear me out for a little bit. Now, especially if you guys are veteran players or if you guys are new, please make sure to just sit on tight and just hopefully just enjoy what I'm just gonna share and just hear me out basically. And if you guys have something to say, make sure to watch the whole entire video first and then only comment. That way you don't have to simply just post some weird comments which kind of doesn't make sense when you're just watching and all of a sudden you just post comments. Ended up you're saying some bad shit and stuff like that. I don't want that to happen. I want you guys to actually watch the video first, and then after when you're finishing watching, then only you can start doing the comments and many more. So let's get back to the topic here. Now, today we're going to talk about the timeline. Now, in Monster Hunter, the whole entire Monster Hunter series, the entire franchise, what we all veterans know, and probably a few newbies who might have played Freedom from like Monster Hunter World, you might think that it felt a little bit off. Now, for most veteran players, we all know that in Monster Hunter World, in Monster Hunter series, what do? We hunt monsters. What is our true goal? We hunt monsters and many more. So one thing I also do realize in Monster Hunter World is that there are storyline and also a little bits and pieces of stuff like the armor and weapon. Well, not much on the weapon, but mostly on the armor, and also most of the how what should I put it? Monsters that appeared in Monster Hunter World are strangely weird. What I mean by weird, as in they've appeared in the past previous game. Now we're not gonna put in Rathian and Rathalos inside, because obviously Rathian and Rathalos are the signature monsters in Monster Hunter, the whole entire Monster Hunter franchise. So we're definitely not gonna include monsters such as Rathalos, and Rathian, and so is Diablos as well, Barrows as well. So we're going to talk mostly about the monsters like Kushaladora, like Teostra. These monsters are kind of weird in the sense that why on earth would Capcom put them in? Now, this could be a few reasons. Either it's because of fans that they kind of like for example, some fans like Teostra, and then Capcom hears them and say like, hey, if the fans actually kind of like monsters like Teostra, fine, we'll put Teostra in there and make him look so badass. After all, he's the king of flames. But the funny thing is that they didn't put Leostra. So, sorry, not Leostra, Lunastra. Lunastra is basically the queen of the flames. So if you guys don't know the past history of both Teostra and Lunastra, I'll explain that in the later section of the video. So let's get back to the topic. Now, why I'm saying all this is because there is something off with this game. And what I mean by off is the timeline. Now, in my own theory and in my own opinion, I would say that this game, this event, in this expedition where the fleets were traveling to find a new world, basically a new island or a new place to stay and rebuild. Actually, I find that there was something strange, because this seems like it takes place in the Freedom Unite time. One thing I do notice, and one thing why I say that it's taking place in the Freedom Unite time, it's because of the weapons and the armor and the monsters. And not only the monsters, it's also the there are certain parts of the sections where when you go for events, there is this one part where in one of the events, like, who is that guy? Who is that tutor of yours? Basically, he's more like a guide. He's more like the kind of guy who roams around and kind of gives you advice on every weapon. Like if you're new to the hunting horn, then he gives you advice on how to use the hunting horn or the charge blade anymore. Is that guy? So I kind of think that it's actually kind of interesting because there was one part of the event quest where it kind of felt weird because he mentioned something about going back to the village, which he also mentioned it was called Pocky Village. And in my mind, it was like, wait, why Pocky Village? Pocky Village only appears in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, which is on the portable version. And it kind of felt weird. So I was thinking in my mind, like, okay, so does that mean that in Monster Hunter World, it could mean that this timeline itself is somewhat connected to the Freedom Unite timeline? Now, like I said, in the entire franchise of the Monster Hunter, their timelines are a little bit off. It's a little bit confusing. Most of us can't even set the proper time, like when is that event start? When did that event start? When did this started, and many more. There is a lot of confusions, but in the Monster Hunter franchise, who cares about the timeline? Who cares about the story? Only we, as veteran players, we all know that in Monster Hunter, what do? We just hunt monsters, get good loot, and then we just get some good weapons, good armors out of those materials. That is the main thing about Monster Hunter. But really, right now in Monster Hunter World, as veterans players, you guys notice Capcom kind of adds in a story inside Monster Hunter World, and it kind of felt great. It felt great for newcomers to come in, but for us veteran players, we'd be like, why would you do that? Why would you put storyline? I mean, I'd rather play the classic version, but man. And before you guys go anything further, for you veteran players, I understand why you say this game is kind of easy. To me, it's easy, except there are some parts where it's slightly challenging, that requires a lot of focus from me, because I'm actually not really 100% proven as a veteran player just yet, because I played Monster Hunter for a very long time, but I haven't even completed the game fully. So I shouldn't say that I'm really a full veteran yet. I'm considered a veteran because I'm old and also I'm experienced, but I'm also I haven't even completed certain games in the past because of crazy hitboxes from fucking Placius. Okay, fucking Placius. I hate Placius. But anyway, back to the topic. Let me just show you guys some examples of weapons and armors. Not exactly weapons, but some armors here and there. So, let's talk about this. Now, as guys can see in this picture, probably you have already bought this armor and everything. For you newcomers, you might be thinking, "Hey, I got this armor. What's wrong with this armor?" Now, just to give you a little fact here. Now, this armor was first introduced in the Freedom Unite portable version. The one thing strange about this is that this one is made out of Great Hornflies material, which Great Hornfly was first appeared in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, which is on the portable version. For this one, they kind of take that in. They kind of brought back in with this armor set. This good looking armor, and I do love this armor. But one thing weird about this armor is that why on earth would Capcom bring this armor here? It makes me wonder that why would they want to bring back this kind of armor? It's from the Pocky timeline. And then I start connecting the dots. It could be that Monster Hunter World, in this expedition, that the 5th fleet and the rest of the fleets came to this new world. I think it was when they just want to continue expanding, continue wanting to build civilization in that area, and continue doing research. It's more like, what's that word? it's more like a pioneer, basically, just going through many different places, just roaming around, doing research, and then start, occupying that place and making that place as their home. Well, it kind of felt like that because after all, like I said, for those of you veteran players, you might be thinking, Ryan, we don't care. Please do understand that this is actually kind of important for newcomers. If you veteran players out there don't care, then don't care. Don't need to follow me about it. But it's okay. If you guys, for you veteran players, if you do, for those of you who cares, please continue watching because this is getting interesting here. Now, armor wise, these are the exact same original designs except for this part here. Now this part here is slightly different because they kind of add in the guide fly's cage, and then they kind of added a little bit more details here, a little bit more brighter. In the Freedom Unite, it's the exact same design, but it's a lot more, more expressed basically. So this armor appeared a long time ago. Same goes to the other armors as well. We're not going to count in the origin armor because the origin armor is not counted. But you can think it's an optional, but it's not. It's not gonna be counted because it's a DLC. It's a DLC. It's a DLC armor, which is optional. But you know what? I think you know what? Forget everything. I'm just gonna put in the origin armor as one of the theories as well because it kind of makes sense because the origin armor was also introduced a long time ago, and bringing the origin armor here in this game is somewhat unique. Now, it's optional for you guys to either think that the origin armor, which is basically in Freedom Unite, you call it the Hunter armor. But in this Monster Hunter World, you call it the Origin Armor. Now, the Origin Armor takes place a long time ago, the first Monster Hunter on the PlayStation 2. And it kind of brought the fame of that armor kind of brought in after many, many generations of Monster Hunter and many spin-offs. Now, enough talking about this armor. We're going to talk about Teostra and Kushala Daora. Oh, wait, before we go and touch that, I forgot something. Now, as you guys look at the female side, it's the exact same thing as the portable, and if you guys look at the male side, it's the exact same thing as the portable as well, except the shoes is slightly different. I think they kind of re-added it a little bit more bulky. Other than that, yeah, it looks damn cool. It looks like the original. What's that armor name again? Shit, I slipped in my mouth again. God damn it, what's it called again? Yeah, the Great Hornfly armor. Yeah. So, enough saying about this armor. We're going to talk about Teostra now. Now, in Teostra, we all know that Teostra appeared in Freedom Unite. It was first introduced. No, I think it first introduced in Monster Hunter 2, the generation. And then they kind of continue with him in 4 Unite and many more. I think Generations they also do have, but it was first introduced in Freedom Unite, and also same goes to Kushala Daora. Now, obviously, in the Monster Hunter world, Teostra design is slightly more different this time, looking more badass, looking like it's more like a king, Right now, what I do see here is that Teostra, the reason why they put Teostra could be two things. One thing is either the timeline itself, or it could be the fan service, basically where the fans kind of vote in who's the best monster, who's the most voted monsters. Then yes, they kind of bring that in. Other than that, like the Kushala Daora as well. Kushala Daora is, for me, I know Kushala Daora is basically fame. Because a lot of people kind of like Kushala Daora. I also do like Kushala Daora. I'm glad they didn't add in rustic Kushala Daora because I don't quite like rustic Kushala Daora. I like this Kushala Daora much better. Now, in this Kushala Daora, I do like it, and also here are the reasons why. These are the two reasons, the same exact reason as Teostra. Now, in Kushalador's case, it's fame. 80% is basically fame. But for my case, 20%, it's more like it could connect to the story timeline, basically. Um, it could somewhat make sense because Kushaladora is not only just one species. He is kind of rare, these Kushaladoras. Oh yeah, I forgot. Kirin is also connected to this dot. Well, I just forgot about Kirin. Fuck me, Kirin. Um, Kirin is somewhat connected to the Monster Hunter world as well because um because one thing for sure, Kirin was originally a Freedom Unite character as well. I mean, this magnificent creature was originally appeared in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. So it's kind of felt also strange to just see Kirin just all of a sudden just appear out of nowhere, because Kirin is also two things. It's the same exact thing, fame and also the timeline. It could mean that Capcom is trying to say to us, kind of trying to explain and say secretly to us, saying that, hey, don't you know that the timeline for Freedom Unite and also World is somewhat connected, the same, and it could they could be like that. You know, after all, it's Capcom. They like to reveal little bits and pieces of secrets, just to spoil us a little bit, saying that, hey, I'm gonna give you a small little detail. You know, this guy, he's ended up being alive. So probably this is going to be a sequel. That we're gonna create. You get what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to say here. It could mean that the timeline is somewhat connected, or it could not be, because Devil Joe is also gonna come in, and other characters as well, other monsters like Nargacuga. Nargacuga, according to some of the information from the fans, they kind of leaked in, saying that Nargacuga can actually appear in the game, in Monster Hunter World, but it's not fully confirmed yet. So we're gonna get that detail very soon from Capcom. Now, back to the topic. We all know that Kirin also came in Freedom Unite, for Unite, for Ultimate, and many more. Other than that, Kirin only appeared, I think, around that games. There's three games. I forgot the other ones. I only know the Freedom Unite and the For Ultimate. There's one more, but I forgot. So Kirin appeared 3 games. Diostra, I think he appeared 3 to 4 games. Like I said, I only know Freedom Unite, For Ultimate, and World, which considers one more, which is 4 in total. Kushalador also, I think, about 3, same as Kirin. I can't really remember when Kushalador kind of appeared. I remember he appeared in 4 Unite, if I'm much mistaken. So either 4 Unite or Generation X. I can't remember, but it's around that time, like I said, around that game. So yeah. So this is all I have to say for today, because right now I have to go and record Monster Hunter World again just to finish the game. After finishing the game, I'll start playing League of Legends. Now, I would like to say thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys actually write on the comment section below. Give me your thoughts about it, because I'll be posting more Monster Hunter very soon. I'll be posting more of this very, very soon, because I do like Monster Hunter. I do like Monster Hunter World because it's one of my favorite games of all times. However, there are things that I also want to do more research about. Now, like I said, this isn't a full confirm yet, because what I'm doing right here is just theorizing if this is correct or not. Most probably I might be wrong here. Most probably Capcom doesn't really want to care about the story. They just want to add in a little bit for this game, just to say, hey, this expedition, blah 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 blah, etc etc etc. That's what Capcom actually wants, because in Monster Hunter World, is basically, this game was built to focus more on the newcomers, and I truly do respect that kind of thing. Now, back to what I'm trying to say again. I'll be posting more, and also I will be posting a lot more different stuff as well, other than Monster Hunter World. Like Overwatch, I just released yesterday. I will be posting more Overwatch very soon. However, I still need to focus on Monster Hunter World just to complete the first ending. And after that first ending, there is a second ending that I need to complete as well. So, I just hope you guys understand. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to actually do subscribe to my channel. Make sure you guys also do support my channel. You know, just share this video to others as well. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to write the comment section below just to tell me and give me more opinions. Give me more information about what you guys think on your own opinions, and yeah, on your own thoughts as well. So hope you guys enjoy. Please give me a big thumbs up. I will see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.